George Washington. The name has grown to mean many things. A slang term for the dollar bill, a popular video on YouTube, and countless Americans have been named after him. Some say that George W. Bush, our president, was named after his father, George Bush Sr., but this is actually not the case. He was named after George Washington, the founding father of our nation. One of the many monuments dedicated to George Washington is right here in the Boston Public Garden. Move over, Mount Rushmore. This statue's got Washington riding gallantly on his steed. Many people think they know everything about George Washington, but I'm here to dispel a few little-known facts about our first president, who's also first in our hearts. An early trendsetter, Washington rebelled against the common fashion of his time, men wearing wigs. Washington, not wishing to look like a drag queen, was too much of a man to put on these wigs. He simply powdered his hair with the crushed bones of his enemies. Many people believe that George Washington's teeth were made out of wood. This is simply not true. Who could chew all that meat with wooden teeth? Actually, George Washington's teeth were made out of animals, specifically elk, hippopotamus, and even human teeth. You know how some people wear the teeth of animals and humans around their necks that they've defeated? Well, George Washington did them one up. He actually wore the teeth of humans and animals in his mouth. They were his actual teeth. He also had a set of lead teeth, which is just plain badass. One of George Washington's hobbies was to breed hound dogs. He usually gave them very unusual names, such as Tartar and Sweet Lips. First in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of our countrymen, George Washington had many things named after him, such as our nation's capital, 1 state, 31 counties, and 17 cities. Washington also knew how to have a good time. He grew marijuana on his farm and encouraged neighbors to do the same. Many people also argue George's mortality. Before the age of 30, Washington suffered from malaria, smallpox, pleurisy, and dysentery. He was also shot at and missed by an Indian standing less than 50 feet away from him. In 1755, 4 bullets punctured Washington's coat and 2 horses were shot out from underneath him. He, however, remained unharmed. It is clear that George Washington was a god among men. George Washington was truly one of the greatest presidents of our time, and certainly one of the greatest humans to ever crawl this earth. This statue was placed here to remind us of him, in case we forget to look down at our dollars and quarters to see his shining face smiling right back at us. This is Dana Wickens reporting for EIV Nightly News.